Hey everybody, David Patrick Green, davidpatrickgreen.com, hackhollywood.com, actorpower.com. So I've got one question for you. Have you gotten your pilot's license yet? Well, it's pilot season coming up and you have to get a hunting license for hunting season. You have to get a fishing license for fishing season, so you must have to get a pilot's license for pilot season, right? Guys, I keep hearing about pilot season, but I don't know when it is. Does anybody actually know when pilot season is? What's the beginning date and what's the end date? Because I want to know when I get my pilot's license, how long is it good for? And what do I get to do with it? With a fishing license, you get to catch a certain number of fish, and a hunting license, you get to shoot a bunch of deer or bear or whatever it is hunters do. So, like, how many casting directors do you get to bag? Or how many pilots do you get to bag? What exactly are we bagging here? And yeah, how do we do it? I want to dominate pilot season. I've been told that I can, but I need to know when it is. So can somebody please tell me? No, I'm kind of talking rhetorically here. If you haven't gotten the message yet, I'm talking a little bit facetiously, because there is no real need to get excited about any particular season as an actor. Acting is a long haul activity. Okay, you're a long haul trucker. Okay, you are not a hunter or a fisherman or a pilot or whatever you're supposed to be when it's pilot season. I guess hunting for pilots. You're not a hunter. Okay, you don't need a license. You get to drive across the country all year long. In fact, you have to. If you want to make a living, you have to do it all the time. Meaning that you have to set yourself a goal, off in the distant future. You don't know when it's going to come true, but that you keep working at it day after day after day. And it shouldn't seem like work. It should actually be fun. Because if you're not enjoying your journey to becoming a successful actor, your audience is going to feel that. Casting directors are going to feel that. Your agent's going to feel that. Producers are going to feel that. And you're going to feel that. If you're not happy, it's going to come through. So it's really important to decide now that you're going to take the long haul and that you're going to enjoy the journey. Because that's all you have. That's all you have. All you have is the journey. The results, they mean nothing. If you get an Academy Award, great, you celebrate for a minute, and then what? You're going to go home, put it on the shelf, and just go, look at that Academy Award. I don't need to do anything else for the rest of my life. Yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, no, that's probably not going to be very satisfying. In fact, it actually reminds me of a little bit of a story that I'd like to tell you. And it literally just popped into my head, okay? I was putting on an acting event, and I was trying to decide who to get the speakers, who were going to be my speakers for the event, because I really wanted to motivate people about how some of the things I talk about are true. So I wanted to use people from outside of acting to prove that what I was teaching people are really the universal principles of success. And so I got out this directory online for motivational speakers, public speakers, and one of the guys had won the gold medal in beach volleyball. And I'm not going to name any names, but I ended up talking to him on the phone, and we got to talking about, what he could bring to the table. And, it was really interesting because he was able to become a professional speaker and a motivational speaker because he won the gold medal. But he hadn't really done anything else with his life. He kind of got to the epitome, the apex of a volleyball career, and got the gold medal in the Olympics. So it's the highest level you could ever achieve. But then he was like, I don't know what I'm going to do now. and he became a motivational speaker. And all he does is talk about becoming a gold medal winner, but he doesn't really have anything else that he would aspire to or that he aspires to. And it was funny because, I said, does it really matter? Because I said, I believe that the journey is the important thing, because that's really all you have. You have the moment you're in right now. Okay? The past is in the past. You don't want to live in the past. And the future is unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't have any control over it. All we have is we have control over what we do right now and how we feel about what's going on right now. So while I was trying to sort of explain my perspective, he wasn't really going along with it. He was like, no, I mean, if I had only won the silver medal or not even medaled, my life would be completely different. And at the time, I couldn't really understand what was wrong with that. I thought, so he's basically saying if you don't get to the top, if you don't win, then, it's not that important. And it's only now that I'm realizing he lost by winning. Because if he had come second, which nobody cares about, right? Which is so ironic. People think they only have something to learn from the person that wins, right? And so I was thinking, you know what? If he had lost, his life would have been completely different. And I actually think it would have been much better, because he would have had to explore other opportunities, because he couldn't have just signed up to become an motivational speaker, because all that means to people who are the audiences of motivational speakers is if you have a gold medal, that means something special, right? And somehow that makes that person an authority on, life, I guess. And so getting the gold medal actually really stopped him from living his life. He just basically froze that moment in time, and that is the growth that he could talk about. Nobody would care what he had done after that, because all he had done after that is being a motivational speaker. So it's not like he went on and had other stories to tell that would be interesting and relevant, and maybe would have explained that the real lesson to life is not winning the gold medal, it's what are you going to do now? And so I guess my point being that this has to be a long haul journey for you guys, and you've got to stay in the moment. So I know this started as the pilot season talk, and it's all the same really, right? Because pilot season implies that you need to jump now, do something because there's a season. And if you miss it, I don't know what happens, but you better jump on it. Really what it's designed for is just to market to you, to scare you into thinking you need to participate. And since you don't know how to participate, you're going to buy something that is going to help you do better, supposedly, I guess. But the truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter if you miss this pilot season or if you miss every pilot season. In fact, if you avoided pilot season altogether and just spent the rest of the year trying to become a professional actor, you'd probably have more success. Because what's an easier way to get seen? When everybody's doing something or when fewer people are doing something? It's funny, I always hear actors telling me, well, I was trying to get into this casting office, but my agent said they're really busy. And I said, they're a casting office and they're really busy, so they can't see you. What are they really busy doing? He's like, well, they're casting these shows. And I'm like, and you're an actor who could be in one of these shows. So what better time to meet you than when they're busy casting, right? So anyway, there's just so many crazy contradictions in people's speech that if you're not careful, you'll just hear what they say and you'll go, oh, okay. They won't see me because they're busy casting. Oh, that makes sense. It's pilot season, so you better get out there or you're going to miss out. Oh, okay. And don't do this and do that. And oh, okay. And you just go, well, somebody told me that and they're in a position of authority, so maybe I should listen to them. So maybe you should stop listening to these people that are telling you what to be scared of and what not to do and what to do to avoid, pissing people off. And stop worrying about what everybody else thinks and stop worrying about whether someone's happy with you or going to be happy with you, because you actually never know until you try. So start figuring out what it is you want to do and focus on that. And and then figure out what are the things you need to do it without asking everybody else. Okay? Come up with your own plan, your own strategy, your own goals, and then just work through it. And you know what? If you get a few doors slammed in your face, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to slam the door in your face. It's just like applying for a job at Starbucks. You know, maybe you'll apply at 10 Starbucks before one hires you, but you wouldn't quit after applying at one, right? I mean, who would? Only actors would think that way. Oh, one person told me I shouldn't do this, or one person wasn't happy when I did this, and so I'm never going to do that again with anybody else who has the same job description. It's not good thinking, guys. It's stinking thinking. So anyway, this was supposed to be a short video, but as usual, it's not. But I hope you get the message that anything short-term is not going to lead to long-term success. And you really have to have the long-term view of this career that you've chosen, because otherwise you're just going to be constantly disappointed because things don't work out the way you had hoped, and they're never going to work out the way somebody else describes it. Like, make sure you're in shape for pilot season, and then what if you're not? Like, what happens then? And if you're just starting out and somebody's convincing you to get all excited about pilot season, you're going to get destroyed because you have nothing on your resume and nobody wants to see you. And why should they want to see you? Because you haven't accomplished anything. It's like they don't want to see aspiring doctors when they graduate high school. You don't feel bad about that if you want to be a doctor. You're just like, that's not my time. My time is when I've gone through university and college and medical school, then I will have the opportunity to be considered as a doctor, but I'm not going to think about that until then. So guys, just know where you are and know what you have to do, and just do those things, and don't believe the hype, okay? As Chuck D once said, or Flavor Flav, Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. Okay, that was terrible, but don't believe the hype, okay? 1989, another saga, boom, 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 boom. Don't believe the hype. Okay, guys, if you like this, give me the thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Sharing is helpful. Helpful is how you become successful. And subscribe to my channel, because I will give you more golden nuggets like this every single day that I can think of one. Okay, and if you have any questions or comments, shoot me an email, leave a comment below, give me suggestions. What do you guys want to hear? I'll talk to you soon.